I'm Hovey Smith, the backyard sportsman, and I'd like to take you through the basics of muzzleloading squirrel hunting. This is a 32 caliber side-lock percussion rifle. It's made by Traditions, and this is the small game version of the deer hunter. It uses a relatively small bore, as I say, 32 caliber, for squirrels in particular, but will also work on rabbits and game up to the size of coyotes, say. It has an aluminum ramrod. I employ a palm saver for when you seat the ramrod to take pressure off the palm. You need to have patching material, which you cut, like yay. A nipple wrench for disassembling and cleaning the rifle. A funnel for pouring the charge down the bore, and this is made from a cut-off cartridge shell. A powder measure here that holds 20 grains of triple FG, FFFG, also made from a cut-off cartridge case. A small knife for trimming the patch materials. And a powder flask to hold your powder. Percussion caps here. These are number 11 caps. And it's handy to have a holder for the caps, since these are hard to handle with the fingers, particularly if the weather gets cold. And I made a short starter from a piece of old cleaning rod, because it's difficult to find components to actually fit muzzle loaders in this caliber. Now, the same gun is made in 50 caliber as an inexpensive deer killing gun, and both will work very, very well. Now we're going to go out and see if we can find some squirrels, and I'll take you through parts of the process as we go, since we've got sunlight out there and it's a good filming day today. So we're going to try to get this done and bring some squirrels back and actually take you through the cleaning process. Mama Dog, Demeter, and I, well, we have completed our squirrel hunt this morning. And squirrels were not doing very much. We saw one squirrel, we shot at one squirrel, and we killed one squirrel with a single shot with a muzzleloader. So that part was good. So we're going to go inside now and I'll show you how to clean. Now, I put on the gloves because squirrel blood can contain some infective agents, in particular undulant fever, which I have had, by the way. It's also known as brucellosis. So when you're involved with anything that's bloody involving squirrels, as we will be in a little bit, yeah, you want to have gloves on. And should have put them on before, but just forgot about it. So, okay, take the legs off. Okay. Okay. And these are game shears. These particular ones happen to be made by Gerber, but you can of course do the same thing with a knife. This notch in the shears helps considerably in trimming. So now we've got the legs off, and since this was a headshot squirrel, the hide is pretty good and uniform. So you can take a knife and pull up a little bit and start cutting under the hide like that, and you see how it comes. Then you want to reach around and do like yay all around the squirrel, and you'll see why we're doing it this way in just a second. Now, whilst you're in the process of doing this, you don't want to poke through either the hide itself or your own hand. Now, the squirrel hide is rather tightly held to the body, as you will see. All right, I did cut through a little bit of the body cavity. Well, Well, guess what? There's a bullet. Right there. 32 caliber ball. Okay. So I didn't cut through the hide. That was actually the bullet that had penetrated the hide. So then you get a little more skin here that you can pull. All right. Now, pull both ways. Okay, this was a male squirrel. I'll have to do a little bit back here. These are the penis and testicles I just cut through, by the way. All right. Now you notice I'm putting some real strain on this. It takes about twice as long for me to clean a squirrel as it does a rabbit, even though the rabbit's by far the larger animal, because the hide is so tough and so tightly held to the squirrel. Okay, we're about nearly there now. Okay, there are some additional damaged meat. And you see the guts are starting to pull out a little bit. Looks gruesome, but okay. Yeah, this happens. We can cut up the ribs like this. And the body. Actually slicing through the pelvis of bone. On squirrels you can do this pretty easily. Okay. All the way up. Now I've got some blood and body fluids, and this is particularly the reason for the gloves. There's a trachea I just cut. Now this is a quick lesson in mammalian anatomy. So I'm pulling the intestines through, kidneys, kidney, penis, last, rest of the intestine, I think, or the penis, one of the two. Okay. Okay. Alright. So there we have him. One clean squirrel. Now he'll get washed and put in a freezer bag, and then he and about 4 others will be the basis of squirrel stew. So there you have it. Squirrel cleaning 101.